Now I'm actually quite excited about this video. As you might remember, I've worked with LOMO products in the past and I've always found them to be really good. Their dry bags are legendary among the biking community, as well as those that indulge in water sports. Now, the one thing that was missing from their lineup of motorcycle gear was a pair of panniers. It's a tall order because panniers are a difficult product to design, and they're even more difficult to get right. I've had my fair share of disappointments with panniers over the years, as I'm sure you all have. But round about a year ago, LOMO did let me into their confidence that they were developing a set of motorcycle dry bag panniers. Now, I've been both excited and a bit nervous about the announcement of this product, because for a company like LOMO, this is a really bold move. I've seen so many companies design panniers and get it totally wrong. Now, I had little doubt that LOMO would make bags that were truly waterproof, and I'll come on to that a bit later on. But to design a pair of panniers that are robust enough to stand up to motorcycle travel, with a universal design that is adaptable enough to suit most motorcycle models, with a capacity large enough to actually be of some use to a motorcyclist, and having taken all that into account, getting down to a good value price, something that LOMO are famous for, this was a potential recipe for disaster. I'm going to put you out of your misery now. These bags are everything I'd hoped they would be and more. True waterproof luggage is something that the motorcycle industry seems to struggle with. And what most manufacturers present to us as being waterproof, LOMO would only consider it to be splash proof. LOMO claim that these bags are waterproof, and before LOMO will make that claim, the bag has to be able to withstand a brief submersion underwater without any water ingress. That being the case, these bags are capable of withstanding hammering rain all day at high speed without any water getting in. They don't need any special waterproof covers, they are a standalone dry bag. The bag itself is constructed from a very heavy duty PVC, a material that LOMO have used for years, a material that's tried and trusted. Now, this is the same stuff that I've used on other bags for the last year or so, and I can attest to the fact it is a very tough material that stands up to motorcycling with ease. All the seams are radio frequency welded. I'm not quite sure how this works, but it does work. Apart from the opening at the top, these bags are sealed up watertight. Now, these panniers are a roll top design, again a tried and trusted method for keeping water out of a dry bag. I know some people find roll top closures a bit of a fiddle because it takes a few seconds more than they would prefer to actually close the bag up. Now, the way I look at it, I would rather a bag be a little bit fiddly to fasten up than get to my destination and find that my luggage is floating around in 3 or 4 pints of water. It's a simple matter of rolling the top of the bag. LOMO recommend that you roll it a minimum of 3 times to ensure full water tightness, although I've found twice is usually enough. Once you've done this, by the means of the 2 speed buckles at either end of the closure, you can fasten the bag down, and then there are 2 further compression straps which again fasten together by means of speed buckles. And this is a testament to LOMO's experience and knowledge in maritime luggage. A lot of motorcycle luggage manufacturers leave these compression straps out to keep the price down, but it is a very important feature in ensuring that the bag remains watertight. It's also a good security feature because the longer it takes a thief to get your bag open, the less likely he or she is to actually attempt it. Now, these panniers come as a pair. They have a capacity of 30 litres each, so that's a total of 60 litres, and they're a standard throw-over type universal pannier system. Now, for support at the top, there is one large Velcro fastening strap which connects the 2 bags together. This also means that it's adjustable either for the width of your seat or for the size of the pannier rail that you're using. It also has two narrower straps which adjust and fasten together in the same way. All three straps are stitched into a panel, and then the panel itself is welded onto the bag so that it doesn't compromise its ability to resist water. And each bag has its own sturdy carrying handle for carrying when the panniers are off the bike. Now, in order to use these panniers, you are of course going to need some sort of pannier supports or pannier rails. I had the coat hanger style ones which came with the Triumph luggage that I originally bought with the bike, and these can be purchased separately from Triumph if you wanted to use them. But these type of pannier rails are starting to appear on the accessory market now from other suppliers, and I do know that Motorn Customs have some in production at the moment, and they should be available in the next 5 to 6 weeks. Now, actually fitting these to your bike does require some common sense and a bit of careful thinking. What I did first is I removed the seat and laid the thinner straps over the seat rail to hold the bags in place. And this is mainly to stop the bags from lifting off if air gets under them at speed. Once I was happy with the position, I put the seat back on the bike and then fastened the main support strap over the top. And I did this in such a way as to make sure that this main support strap was actually taking the bulk of the weight from the bags. Now, that's the main part of the fitting taken care of, but obviously you need to make sure that the bags don't flap around while you're riding the bike. LOMO supply 2 adjustable straps with these panniers, one for each side. And I think these should cover most eventualities on most bikes, although you can source different straps if you find they don't work with the particular application that you have. Now, the bags themselves have a reinforced back panel, and at the bottom of each corner you'll find a D-ring. What I did is I wrapped the adjustable strap around the rear foot peg hanger, fastened the clip on the strap onto the D-ring, pulled it tight, and then arranged the rest of the strap around the pannier support, fastening the other end onto the other D-ring at the other corner of the bag. When you do this, take care to make sure that either the strap or the adjustment buckles on the strap don't get caught up in your rear suspension. Just put a little bit of time and thought into it. Once you've got this in place, tighten the straps up as far as they will go. Now, you'll probably find that when you've done this, there will be quite a lot of spare strap hanging down. You can of course shorten these straps to suit your bike if you really want to, but in my case what I did was I just tied the loose ends up out of the way so that the weight likely to catch up in the chain or the rear wheel of the bike. Once you've got that done and you're happy everything's in place as it should be, it's time to load the bags up. Now, I showed you last year what comprises of my main camping gear, and all in all there's about 20 kilograms of it. This means that balanced out between the two bags, you're going to be looking at 9 to 10 kilos on each side. Now, I really don't know what LOMO recommend or rate these bags at. I couldn't actually find anything on their website. I found that I could get my camping gear into the bags okay and get them closed up properly. I dare say with a little bit of fine tuning I could probably even get more in these bags. But I was a little bit worried about the weight on what are, to all intents and purposes, just soft luggage. Now, I spent an entire day riding around. I did about 60 miles I think altogether, filming the opening sequence for this video and some of the B-roll that's included in it. And this comprised of some really nasty, bumpy B-roads and some farm tracks. And I'm pleased to say that despite what I consider to be excessive weight for bags like these and the harsh treatment that I put them through, they came through absolutely unscathed. So I myself would have no qualms about using these bags for camping on a long distance trip. These bags have a very useful 60 litre combined capacity. They're fully waterproof, and I think LOMO have got the universal fitting design just about exactly right. Okay, they've used PVC for the construction of these bags instead of some exotic material with a long name, but that doesn't detract from the usability and quality of these bags in any way. Buying luggage for your bike can quite literally, as we all know, blow your brains out. And that's where the really amazing feature of these panniers comes in. Because believe it or not, they are only £50 bought direct from LOMO's website, and that's for the pair. Now, I personally have never seen anything like this on the market before, not at this quality for that price. It's virtually unheard of when it comes to bike luggage. Now, obviously I will leave a link to LOMO's website in the video description down below. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video useful and that you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. I will be back next week, so until then, ride safely and I'll see you soon.